Hey everybody, my name is Franklin Gonzalez, and like I promised you guys, today I'm making a cooking video. I'm gonna do a very simple cooking video. I'm gonna teach you guys how I make my ground turkey and how I make my sweet potatoes. So this is very simple, but it's a good way to meal prep for a few days. It's gonna be very bland, but if you're cutting and if you're bulking and you don't have money, this is a perfect meal for you guys. Vegetables on the side, just fucking steam some broccoli or some shit. I'm not gonna show you guys that. We're gonna start off with the sweet potatoes. So, first of all, get a boiling, what is this, a pot?
Yeah, pot.
Get a pot to boiling and fill it about halfway. You need enough water in the pot in order to cover the sweet potatoes. Then add like a dash of salt in there. Get to a boiling point. And this is the way I cut my sweet potatoes. I always cut the edges off first, and I cut them into small segments like this. By cutting them, I make it so they boil a bit faster. And while these are gonna be boiling, I'm gonna start with the turkey. So I'm gonna make all of these sweet potatoes because I don't know how long it's gonna last. Let's see. There's about, how many ounces of turkey's in this? There's 48 ounces of turkey. And that's a good amount of turkey actually right there. But my family might eat some of this, so I'm not sure. But let me just fucking make these sweet potatoes. Damn. You know, there's a really weird thing about sweet potatoes. You look it up, and this can be called a yam, and then you see like a sweet potato is actually white. You really don't know what a sweet potato is. But I consider these sweet potatoes. Some of you guys have a different type of sweet potato. Let's keep cutting these. So with sweet potatoes, you guys can cut them into fries and bake them. You guys can even bake like a full sweet potato. I don't really like baking my sweet potatoes. I just like mashing them together because it's easier. And it might take a little longer to cook them, but at the end of the day, it is easier. Man, these look different.
Like pears.
Oh, cool. They're orange on the inside. You see, you never know. You never know with these things. They might be white, they might be orange, you might be making mashed potatoes with sweet potatoes. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna boil these sweet potatoes, and then I'm gonna mash them together after I take the skin off. Once it boils, the skin is gonna be easy to take off. That's dangerous. Some of you are playing with a fucking knife. I'm probably cutting these like an amateur or whatever, but I'm not a freaking chef. So don't critique that. Like, I always ask you guys to critique my form and stuff, but don't critique my cutting form, because this doesn't really matter.
It's all gonna go to the same place at the end of the day.
Yep. Alright, so we got the sweet potatoes here. Let's get the edges out of there. Yep, this is all good. Let's check if it's boiling yet. Nope. So we're gonna wait till it boils, then we're gonna put them in. In the meantime, let's get on to heating up. Here's the front. There you go. We're gonna start heating up the pan to get my ground turkey ready. So look, the savior of calories and macros, Pam. Usually you see there's 0 calories. All you gotta do is spray it a little bit, and it isn't completely 0 calories. If you just stand here spraying all the oil all up in there, and the total amount of calories in this can is 665. So you're gonna get some calories, but this is the best substitute. Instead of putting like vegetable oil, olive oil, canola oil, use Pam. So once this is heating up, I turned it off. Alright, leave it on medium. Get some spray up in there. So now that the water's boiling, we're gonna go ahead and drop the sweet potatoes in there. I'm still not started with the turkey yet. Whatever. Alright, let's just start. Drop it. This is heavy, man. This is a crap load of sweet potatoes. Man! Fucking Kobe! I have a lot of water in here. It's like, but it's super hot, so I'm trying to get away, like, so I don't get burned and get scars. Just kind of like dropping it inside right there. There you go. There you go. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna cover the pan, and we're gonna check for like every 5 minutes, see how soft they are. But it's time to get the turkey in there. So honestly, guys, turkey, It's like not that big of a deal. Just get it, drop it in the pan. And this is my seasoning. I usually just get some salt, some pepper. It's a lot of fucking pepper. And my favorite, seasoning salt. This seasoning salt is the seasoning salt. I use Lori's seasoned salt. I'm generous with it. It's time to start mixing it up. So the turkey is gonna get done before anything else. The way you know it's done is it's gonna turn into like a dark brown or dark. It's gonna get gray and then it's gonna start getting brown. So just wait till it gets to that. And it also has, since this is 90% lean and 77% fat, you don't need to put much oil since it has some fat in it already. It's gonna start cooking the fat out and it's gonna start cooking itself like that. In order to get the meat to cook faster, we're gonna cover it. So I'm gonna cover it. So there you go, I have it covered. Every once in a while, just stir and make sure nothing's sticking. And your sweet potatoes are gonna be boiling. You're gonna start making your ground beef. I'm gonna show you guys periodically as I go check on it and make sure everything's going correctly. Alright guys, here's a pro tip. When you get chicken, I'm also gonna show you guys how to make chicken. Make sure you prepare it overnight. If you have time to at least, prepare it overnight because chicken is the blandest meat you guys can possibly eat. That rhymed. So make sure you prepare it overnight to get juices in there. The way I prepare it is I cut up onions, I put seasoning salt, I put pepper, I put salt, and I also put what else did I put in there?
Paprika?
Huh?
Paprika?
No. I put the Worcester sauce and a little bit of soy sauce in there, and you kind of just let it sit overnight, and it's gonna get a little bit like this. But the seasoning salt makes it red, and the onions will give it a good flavor, and your chicken will taste less bland. Oh, garlic salt as well. I put garlic salt all up in that stuff. So I'm gonna show you guys once the turkey's done how I cook it. So it's starting to slightly cook. There's a lot of turkey in here, more than I had estimated at first. So I might add some more seasoning in there. You know, this kind of looks like fucking dog food.
Let's say cat food.
Cat food, fuck. Well, you know, it's fucking human for fucking bodybuilding for this what this is, bro. So I'm gonna go put some more paprika and seasoning salt in here, since there's a lot more freaking meat than I originally assumed. I'm used to using the little small packages, that's why. Ground turkey is pretty good too. I usually put bell peppers in here. I like putting bell peppers, but I actually ran out, so I'm just gonna make them straight turkey. I'm just mixing it up right now, getting all the spices in there. I'm gonna cover it in a bit. I'm also gonna turn up the heat because it's taking a while to cook. There we go. All right, we're gonna cover it. Leave it for a few more minutes while I check on this sweet potato. I said sweat potatoes. All right, let's go ahead and check on them. The way I check on my sweet potatoes is I just grab a fork and poke them in the middle. And they feel super tough right now, actually. It's still not, they ain't ready yet. They ain't gonna be ready for a while. For some reason, when I make sweet potatoes, they take a while, man. I don't know why. Every time I make sweet potatoes, I'm sitting here for like 30 minutes. It says 12 minutes on Google. Can you guys tell me why it's taking me so long to make sweet potatoes? I don't know why. I boil the water, I drop the potatoes in. Like, what else am I doing wrong? Why is it taking so long? Am I just making like freaking hard-ass sweet potatoes? So the reason I put a cap on is because I guess in theory, by putting the cap, you keep the heat all up in there so it cooks throughout. I don't know if that's right or not. I'm not a scientist or like a chef or a cook or anybody with any type of knowledge. So I'm not sure if that's the way it works, but that's what I think happens. As you guys can see, this actually cooked pretty quick. But the center is actually still raw. So.
Pink patches in
So make sure you guys are really breaking it up. You guys want to eat raw turkey, but get some salmonella or something. So if you guys saw my previous grocery shopping video, I explained why I use sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are the best carb you could possibly eat. The way it goes is sweet potatoes are the best carb, then brown rice, white rice, and potatoes. I don't know exactly why, but I heard that from somewhere and it's been stuck in my mind forever. So that's the rule I go by. Fuck, man, you hear that shit? Big kids out here screaming on my block. Alright guys, so the turkey is pretty much about done. We're gonna move on to the chicken. See that? Listen, the sweet potatoes are about to be done too. Let's go ahead and get the chicken all up in here. So the chicken is already prepared. So all you gotta do is leave it on the same pan. Get some Pam on there. Make sure it doesn't stick. Then let's drop these delicious tenderloins. The breast. I always have a problem making chicken. My chicken always gets either too hot, which is... My chicken always gets overcooked or burnt. Same thing, right?
Same thing, yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Did you mean to say like undercooked or burned?
No, I literally meant overcooked.
Okay.
But because what happens is I start cooking, right? And then if it's either way too stiff, that means you overcooked it when it's super stringy and shit. So I went ahead and drained the sweet potatoes. So now all that's left is for me to get those out and put them into a bowl and take off the skin and then mash it together. You can see turkey's done, the chicken's cooking. I have the chicken on medium heat to prevent it from overcooking like I always do. So it's on medium heat right now. It should be cooking throughout. And looks like we're almost done with this. So this is where I get stuck. I have no idea how to tell if chicken is cooked or not, and I have no idea how long it's supposed to be cooking. And I have no idea what heat it's supposed to be cooking at. So I just kind of wing it, kind of look at it. Alright guys, since I don't really care about eating the chicken in breast forms, I'm gonna put it in containers anyway. In order to check if it's cooked, I'm just breaking it up already.
You smell it's like white.
Yeah. You wanna make sure when you're breaking it up, it easily goes through and it doesn't get like stuck in the middle, because that's how you know it's fully cooked. And it's almost completely done. I'm gonna go ahead to show you guys the portions I eat this with. Wait, I still gotta mash potatoes. So I'm gonna mash the potatoes and I'm gonna put it in little containers and show you guys how many ounces of each food I eat. So now that it's kind of cooled down a bit, I'm gonna start peeling off the skin. So why did I just do that? So just peel off the skins and then eventually I'm gonna mash it. The skin is peeled off my sweet potatoes. I'm gonna go ahead and start mashing them. I use this thing to mash it. And yeah, these are all the sweet potatoes that I bought the other day. I might have to go buy more. This might only last for like 3 days, I think. Yeah, just go ahead and mash it together. I don't like adding any cinnamon or honey or anything to make it sweet. The sweet potatoes are sweet by themselves, and you don't need those extra calories. So just eat the sweet potatoes by themselves in order to save yourself some calories. Because at the end of the day, that's all that really matters. It's calories in, calories out, and your macros. That's all that really matters. So this is probably going to be my carb for the rest of the week. For as long as it lasts me. This is going to be the only carb I eat. And since I'm still cutting, my carbs are pretty low. I'm at like probably like 150. That's how many carbs I'm eating at the moment. And it's still good.
I'm not gonna lie, that does look pretty.
I mean, it's just orange. It tastes bland as hell. Especially once you microwave it. Oh my god. So I'm gonna go straight to showing you guys my proportions, how much I eat of this. So make sure you guys have a scale. So look, it's gonna give you a number once you put the thing on. All you gotta do is just reset it. It's reset. Now I'm gonna eat about, let me get a spoon. I'm gonna eat about 4 ounces of sweet potatoes in this meal right here. So I'm gonna put it on this side. It's about 4 ounces of sweet potatoes is 97 calories. And since there's nothing added, that's pretty accurate. Just gonna add some turkey in it. Just kind of guess it. I like to eat a lot of protein with all my meals, since my diet right now is primarily proteins. So that is about, I'm gonna add about 4 ounces in there. Yeah, I'm actually gonna eat probably like
4.41 ounces.
I think I'm gonna eat 6 ounces of ground turkey. There you go, 6 ounces there. So this is my first meal. I'll show you guys my next meal in a bit. 5.5. So this is 5.5 ounces of chicken right here. I'm gonna put the same amount of sweet potatoes. Reset it. That's okay. It's 5.54. So 9.54 is where I'll stop. There you go. So here's 4 ounces of sweet potatoes, 5.5 ounces of chicken. This is what I'm gonna eat for the rest of the week right here. Just chicken, turkey, and sweet potatoes. This is it for today's video. Thank you guys for watching the video. I appreciate the support. Leave a like if you like the video. Leave a dislike if you don't like my cooking or think I did something wrong. Please comment if you have any suggestions, have any feedback, because I kind of pretty much half-assed this cooking right here. Not really half-assed it, but more didn't do it as well. I think I could if I had the other ingredients I wanted. But yeah, here's my food right here. Alright guys, thank you guys so much. Peace out.